Chosen one, something extraordinary is happening right now that most people will never understand. While you've been questioning yourself, doubting your worth and wondering why life feels so intensely difficult, there's been a cosmic conspiracy working in your favor. The people around you have been watching, plotting and positioning themselves to benefit from your light while keeping you small enough to control. But their time is up and yours is just beginning. The jealousy you've been sensing isn't in your head. The subtle sabotage, the backhanded compliments, the way certain people seem to drain your energy every time you're around them, all of it has been real. You've been carrying a frequency that threatens their mediocrity, and they know it. Deep down, they recognize something in you that they'll never possess, and it drives them absolutely insane. This message is reaching you because you're about to discover why everyone's behavior suddenly makes perfect sense, and why your vindication is not just coming, it's already here. Think of yourself as a diamond that's been buried under years of dirt and pressure. Everyone walking over that ground had no idea what lay beneath, but the diamond was always there, growing more valuable with each passing storm. The excavation is about to begin, and when your true worth is finally revealed, those same people who dismissed you will be standing in line, hoping for just a fragment of what you naturally possess. Let me tell you about the invisible war that's been raging around you. Every time you've felt inexplicably drained after certain conversations, every moment you've questioned your own perception of reality, every instance where you felt like you're going crazy because what you're experiencing doesn't match what others claim to see, that's been the battlefield. You've been under psychic attack from people who recognize your power but can't admit it, even to themselves. These individuals have been feeding off your energy like vampires, taking your ideas and presenting them as their own, copying your style while lacking your substance, and positioning themselves as leaders while secretly studying your every move. They've been breadcrumbing you, giving you just enough attention to keep you engaged while never fully committing to supporting your success. The game they've been playing is called Keep the Chosen One grateful for scraps while we harvest their magic, and Chosen One, that game just ended. The cosmic debt they've accumulated through their manipulation is about to come due with interest. Every time they diminished your accomplishments, stole your thunder, or made you feel like you were asking for too much, they were actually digging their own graves in the energetic realm. The universe has been keeping score, and the scales of justice are about to balance in the most spectacular way possible. The healing machine you've been for everyone else is officially retiring. You've operated like a vending machine of support. Anyone could walk up, insert their problems, and expect you to dispense solutions while asking for nothing in return. That version of you served its purpose by showing you exactly who was taking advantage of your generous nature. But your capacity for endless giving without receiving was never meant to be your permanent operating system. You've been too generous with your time, too willing to dim your light to make others comfortable, too quick to doubt yourself when others questioned your reality. But that version of you served a purpose. It was gathering data, learning who could be trusted with your energy and who was just there to take advantage. The download you're about to receive will show you exactly who's been friend and who's been foe, and the clarity will be so sharp it'll take your breath away. The people in your circle have been having conversations about you that would shock you with their intensity. Some have been rooting for your failure, hoping you'd give up and make their own mediocrity feel justified. Others have been studying your resilience, trying to figure out how you keep bouncing back from setbacks that would destroy most people. There's been a group of individuals specifically invested in your downfall, not because you've done anything wrong, but because your very existence challenges their excuses. When someone is living proof that transformation is possible, that success can come from struggle, that authenticity has power, it forces everyone around them to confront their own limitations. Rather than rise to meet your frequency, they've been working overtime to pull you back down to theirs. Someone in your orbit has been playing games recently, trying to make you jealous by flaunting their busy schedule and multiple options. They wanted to trigger your insecurities and make you compete for their attention. But here's what they didn't anticipate. You saw right through their manipulation immediately. Your complete indifference to their theatrics will be more devastating to their ego than any confrontation could ever be. The whisper campaigns, the subtle undermining, the way certain people seem to disappear whenever you need support, but magically reappear when you have something they want. All of this has been coordinated by their unconscious desire to keep you accessible while preventing you from recognizing your true value. They needed you to stay small enough to need them, but never powerful enough to outgrow them. But here's what they didn't count on. Every attack made you stronger. Every betrayal taught you discernment. Every moment of isolation forced you to develop an unshakable relationship with your own inner wisdom. They thought they were breaking you down, but they were actually forging you into something indestructible. The person emerging from this process isn't just healed, they're weaponized with wisdom and armored with self-knowledge. The energy you've been cultivating through your healing journey has reached a frequency that automatically repels people operating from manipulation, jealousy, and fear. You won't have to cut anyone off dramatically or make grand announcements about who's no longer welcome in your life. Your vibration will simply make toxic connections impossible to maintain. The revelation that's about to rock your world involves the true reason for your struggles. Everything difficult you've experienced wasn't punishment, wasn't bad luck, and certainly wasn't evidence that you're not worthy of good things. It was boot camp for royalty. The universe doesn't prepare ordinary people for extraordinary destinies through ordinary circumstances. The hot mess express you've been riding wasn't taking you away from your destination, it was taking you directly to it. Every breakdown, every moment of chaos, every time you felt like you were falling apart was actually you being dismantled and rebuilt for a purpose, so significant that your old structure couldn't have handled it. The universe doesn't make mistakes with chosen ones. It simply waits until the perfect moment to reveal what was always destined to unfold. There's something else happening that you haven't noticed yet, something that connects to a choice you made weeks or months ago that seemed insignificant at the time. That choice created a ripple effect that's been building momentum behind the scenes, and the wave is about to crash on the shore of your reality with tsunami force. You'll recognize this moment when it arrives, because it will feel like destiny clicking into place with an almost audible sound. If this message hits your spirit, hype this video so more chosen ones like you can find it. Your sensitivity, which others have labeled as weakness, is actually your superpower. Your ability to feel deeply, to sense what others miss, to pick up on the emotional undercurrents in any situation. These aren't flaws that need fixing, they're gifts that needed strengthening. The same intuition that's made you vulnerable to energy vampires is about to make you unstoppable in business, relationships, and creative pursuits. The rejection you faced from people you thought mattered was redirection toward your true tribe. Every door that closed was protecting you from settling for less than you deserve. Every relationship that failed was clearing space for connections that will honor your worth. Every opportunity that fell through was making room for something far better aligned with your destiny. The financial struggles, the career setbacks, the romantic disappointments, all of it has been preparing you for a level of success that requires someone who understands both scarcity and abundance, someone who won't take prosperity for granted because they remember what it felt like to do without. The gratitude you'll feel for your blessings will multiply them exponentially because you'll never forget the journey that brought you to your throne. Your competitors, your critics, your doubters have no idea what's coming. They've been measuring you by your current circumstances while the universe has been measuring you by your potential. The gap between where you are and where you're headed is so vast that when the shift happens, it'll seem impossible to anyone who wasn't paying attention to your preparation process. Let me explain the energetic upgrade happening in your system right now. Your DNA is literally restructuring itself to hold frequencies of abundance, success, and magnetic attraction that would have overwhelmed your previous operating system. The headaches, the sleep disruptions, the strange dreams, the sudden urges to completely change your environment, these aren't random occurrences. They're symptoms of your consciousness expanding to accommodate your new reality. The receptors that have been preventing you from fully experiencing joy, pleasure, and abundance are finally opening. It's like you've been colorblind your whole life, and suddenly you can see the full spectrum. This isn't just about money, it's about your capacity to hold and enjoy everything good that life offers. When this opens completely, abundance won't trickle toward you, it will flood through you like water through a dam that just burst. The opening of these receptors triggers something your pretenders aren't prepared for. These people who present themselves as leaders but lack authentic power have been feeding off your brilliance, copying your moves, trying to replicate your magic without understanding its source. When real power steps forward, imitations crumble like paper crowns in the rain. You won't have to expose them. Your authentic light will make their counterfeits obviously fake to everyone watching. The people who've been draining your energy are about to find that their usual tactics no longer work. Where you once felt depleted after interactions with certain individuals, you'll now feel energized. Where you once absorbed their negativity and made it your own, you'll now reflect it back to them so clearly that they'll be forced to confront their own toxicity. Your energy field is becoming a mirror that shows people exactly what they're bringing to the table. This transformation is making you intuitively aware of people's motivations before they speak, their needs before they ask, their deceptions before they attempt them. You're developing an internal lie detector that's so accurate it'll seem like mind reading to observers. The manipulation that used to confuse you will now seem laughably transparent. Your body is responding to this energetic shift by naturally moving toward its optimal state. The stress-related symptoms that have plagued you, the chronic fatigue from constantly being on guard, the digestive issues from swallowing too much that didn't belong to you, all of this is healing as your system learns to maintain appropriate energetic boundaries. The physical transformation happening isn't separate from your spiritual evolution, it's a reflection of it. As you step into your power internally, your external appearance will radiate the confidence, vitality, and magnetism that comes from someone who finally knows their worth. People will notice something different about you before they can articulate what it is. The cosmic contracts being written on your behalf are about to manifest in ways that will shock everyone, including you. The home that matches your elevated consciousness, the transportation that reflects your upgraded lifestyle, the wardrobe that expresses your authentic power. These aren't wishes or hopes. They're done deals being processed in the realm where all physical manifestations originate. Something diamond-related is entering your reality, whether it's literal jewelry, a ring, or simply the crystal clarity of your new circumstances. This manifestation will serve as a visible symbol of your elevated status that others will witness and recognize. This isn't symbolic thinking, it's a concrete representation of your transformation that the material world will reflect. The people who've been treating you like an option are about to witness what happens when someone realizes they're actually the prize. You won't need to announce your worth or defend your value. Your energy will communicate it so clearly that only people ready to honor it will be able to maintain access to your presence. The professional opportunities aligning with your gifts are unlike anything available in the traditional job market. These positions were created specifically for someone with your unique combination of skills, experiences, and perspectives. The interviewers won't be evaluating whether you're good enough for the role, they'll be hoping they're impressive enough to attract someone of your caliber. Your creative projects, the ones you've been developing in private, are about to find their perfect audience. The market demand for exactly what you offer has been building while you've been perfecting your craft. The timing of your emergence into visibility coincides perfectly with the world's readiness to receive your gifts. The financial abundance heading your way isn't coming through traditional channels that require you to sacrifice your authenticity or compromise your values. Instead, it's flowing through avenues that celebrate exactly what makes you unique. Your weirdness, your intensity, your unconventional approach to life, these become your competitive advantages rather than obstacles to overcome. Let me tell you the specific ways your haters have been exposed without your involvement. Their attempts to copy your energy have resulted in such obviously fake imitations that everyone can see the difference between authentic power and manufactured confidence. They've been trying to replicate your magic without understanding its source, like attempting to recreate a masterpiece by tracing its outline while missing the soul that gives it life. The people who dismissed your ideas are now watching those same concepts become wildly successful when implemented by others, but the success feels hollow to them because they know they rejected their chance to be part of something real. Their regret tastes bitter because they can't convince themselves it was just bad timing or poor circumstances. They know they failed to recognize greatness when it was right in front of them. Some individuals in your past are experiencing inexplicable runs of bad luck, failed projects, and relationship disasters that seem to correspond directly with how poorly they treated you. This isn't your doing, it's the natural consequence of their actions returning to them through the law of cause and effect. The energy they put out through their manipulation and disrespect is circling back with compound interest. Some people in your circle are about to have a complete meltdown because they're losing access to you. They wanted to have their cake and eat it too, benefit from your energy and talents while keeping you just grateful enough to accept less than you deserve. When you start living like you know your worth, their whole dynamic with you collapses. They'll be mad that you went to events without inviting them, angry that you didn't respond to their texts immediately, furious that you're no longer available for their drama. The people who thought they were doing you a favor by being in your life are about to realize they had it backwards. You were the gift in their world, and they took it for granted. When they try to reconnect after seeing your success, you'll be operating from such a different frequency that their old tactics won't even register. You're not angry or bitter, you're simply unavailable for that level of consciousness. Meanwhile, the people who supported you during your difficult times are being rewarded beyond their wildest dreams. Their loyalty during your dark season has positioned them perfectly to benefit from your rise. The universe honors those who honor the chosen ones, and their faithfulness is about to pay dividends they never expected. Your influence is expanding in ways that bypass traditional gatekeepers entirely. The platforms, the networks, the institutions that once seemed necessary for success are becoming irrelevant as you develop direct connections with your intended audience. Your authentic voice cuts through the noise of manufactured content like a laser through fog. Your strategic mind has become sharper than ever before. You're no longer the mad scientist who goes down every rabbit hole. You're learning to put information in your memory bank without getting lost in the investigation. You're not going to chase every shiny object anymore. You're going to hold on to the important details because you know you'll need them later. Every step you've taken counts. Every lesson you've learned matters. Every moment of growth has been building toward this culmination where everything comes together in perfect harmony. People are making surprising discoveries when they're around you now. They realize you're not just a pretty face, you actually know things. You have wisdom earned through experiences that don't show on the surface. You don't look like what you've been through, and that's going to shock people who thought they had you figured out. When you speak now, you show them you don't have a filter anymore. You're telling it like it is, and that raw honesty creates shockwaves that get attention and respect. Your natural ability to connect with people's deepest needs and desires makes every interaction feel like a conversation between old friends, even when you're addressing strangers. Your story becomes the proof others point to when they need evidence that breakthrough is possible. Your willingness to share vulnerably about your process creates a bridge that helps others cross from limitation into their own abundance. Your journey from struggle to triumph contains elements that will inspire countless others to believe in their own possibilities, and the right people are already positioning themselves to help you share that story with the world. The money magnet you're becoming operates on principles that most people never understand. Traditional wealth-building advice focuses on doing more, working harder, and grinding through obstacles, but your relationship with abundance is based on being more authentic, more aligned, more connected to your purpose. This makes your success sustainable and ever-expanding rather than dependent on constant effort. The passive income streams you've been establishing are about to become active rivers of abundance as your visibility increases and your audience grows. Money will flow to you while you sleep, travel, and enjoy life in ways that previously seemed reserved for other people. Your systems scale exponentially as demand for your unique gifts increases. Multiple revenue streams are opening simultaneously, not because you're chasing every opportunity, but because your energy signature attracts abundance through various channels. The diversification happens naturally as different aspects of your gifts find their perfect market expressions. The investments you make now, whether in relationships, skills, or opportunities, will yield returns that defy conventional logic. Your intuitive knowing guides you toward decisions that appear risky to others but prove brilliantly strategic in hindsight. Your ability to sense trends before they become obvious gives you first-mover advantages in multiple areas. Your phone is about to start ringing with opportunities you didn't apply for. Your inbox will fill with invitations you didn't seek. Your calendar will populate with meetings that could change everything. This isn't random luck. It's the natural consequence of your energy signature reaching the frequency where such opportunities exist. The charitable causes that matter to you are about to receive support through your success that creates positive ripple effects extending far beyond your immediate circle. Your abundance becomes a force for positive change in the world through your conscious choices about resource allocation. The physical transformation accelerating in your body reflects your internal revolution. The chronic tension you've carried from being constantly on guard, the sleep issues from processing others' emotions, the digestive problems from swallowing so much that wasn't yours, all of these symptoms are healing as your system learns to maintain appropriate energetic boundaries. The detox you've been going through isn't just emotional, it's energetic. Your frequency has been upgrading, and you're finally reaching the bandwidth where abundance can find you. Think of it like this: you've been trying to download a massive file on dial-up internet, and suddenly you're connected to fiber optic. Everything that's been buffering is about to stream in crystal clear high definition. You're becoming intuitively attuned to your body in ways you never were before. You're noticing how certain foods affect your energy, how different environments impact your mood, how specific people either drain or energize you. This isn't paranoia or overthinking, it's wisdom. Your body is becoming a sophisticated instrument for navigating your new reality. Your health practitioners are going to be amazed by improvements that don't correlate with any specific interventions you've made. Your body is responding to decreased stress and increased joy by healing itself in ways that bypass normal timelines. The vitality you thought you'd lost forever is returning stronger than before. For those dealing with difficult family dynamics or toxic relationships, this transformation creates natural boundaries that don't require confrontation. Your energy becomes so refined that lower vibrational interactions simply can't maintain their grip on your attention. Your dream body isn't just a fantasy anymore, it's becoming your reality as your lifestyle naturally aligns with your elevated consciousness. The consistency you've maintained with healthy choices, even when progress seemed slow, is about to pay off in ways that will shock even you. Your physical transformation will match your internal evolution, creating a complete package that people can't ignore. Your energy levels are stabilizing at heights you forgot were possible. The vitality you thought you'd lost forever is returning stronger than before as stress decreases and joy increases in your daily experience. Your body is responding to decreased cortisol and increased endorphins by naturally optimizing itself for peak performance. Your intuitive connection to your physical needs becomes so refined that you instinctively know what foods serve you, what environments energize you, and what activities align with your highest good. This isn't obsessive monitoring, it's effortless wisdom that makes healthy choices feel natural and satisfying. Your personal style is evolving to reflect your internal transformation, not because you suddenly care more about appearances, but because your increased confidence and self-appreciation naturally express themselves through how you present to the world. You'll dress like someone who knows they're valuable because you'll finally believe it completely. The confidence radiating from your improved physical state affects every interaction you have. People respond to your presence differently because you carry yourself like someone who knows their worth. Your posture, your voice, your entire demeanor broadcasts self-assurance that commands respect without demanding it. The telepathic connections you're forming with your true tribe represent a completely different level of human interaction. These people know what you need before you ask, sense when something's wrong before you mention it, and contact you exactly when you most need to hear from them. The surface-level relationships that required you to explain everything and ask for what should have been obvious are naturally falling away. When you speak, people listen with an attention they didn't give you before because your words carry weight they never carried previously. Your opinions matter in ways they never mattered because you've finally claimed your authority rather than asking permission to have one. The filter you once maintained to make others comfortable has been permanently removed. Your raw honesty creates shockwaves that get attention and respect, but it also naturally repels people who can't handle authentic interaction. This isn't accidental, it's your system's way of ensuring that only genuine connections survive your transformation. Your presence in meetings, conversations, and social situations commands respect in ways you never had to earn before. This isn't about becoming arrogant or demanding, it's about finally occupying the space you were always meant to fill. People sense something has changed about you before you even speak. The networking that used to feel forced and exhausting now flows naturally as you attract people who genuinely appreciate your unique perspectives and contributions. Professional relationships form easily because your authenticity creates trust faster than any sales technique ever could. The revelation downloading into your consciousness right now isn't new information, it's remembering what you've always known. Deep in your soul, you've always understood that you were destined for greatness. All the conditioning that told you to be realistic, lower your expectations, and settle for less was never your truth. It was interference preventing you from accessing your natural inheritance. The chosen ones aren't chosen because they're inherently special. They're special because they accept that they're chosen. The difference between you and everyone else isn't talent, intelligence, or even opportunity. It's willingness to believe that you deserve everything good that life offers and to act from that knowing consistently. Your sleeping patterns are improving as your consciousness expands and your stress decreases. Dreams become more vivid and meaningful, providing guidance and inspiration that flows directly into your waking projects. Ideas arrive with such clarity and frequency that you need to keep capture systems available at all times. The coincidences multiplying around you aren't random, they're confirmations that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Number sequences, unexpected encounters, perfect timing on important decisions. These are cosmic breadcrumbs leading you toward your destiny. Your awareness is expanding to pick up signals that were always there but you weren't calibrated to receive them before. The obsidian inner order is where you can process difficult realizations together every week on our Zoom calls with people who understand that some of life's most painful experiences become our greatest teachers. We don't encourage bitterness, we cultivate wisdom. Your ability to see people's true character is a gift that will protect you from future betrayals. Your willingness to forgive while maintaining boundaries shows strength, not weakness. Your wisdom was earned through experience, not given freely. Connect with people who value truth. Join the Obsidian Inner Order. Link in the description. Ronalds, the moment you step into this new reality, you're going to face a test, not from the universe, but from your old conditioning. Your mind is going to try to convince you that you don't deserve this, that it's too good to be true, that you should feel guilty for having it so easy. That's your cue to laugh in its face and keep moving forward, because guilt is the only thing standing between you and your empire. There's going to be an engagement, a celebration, a milestone that marks this transition, something that will serve as a public acknowledgement of your elevated status. This event will feel both surprising and inevitable, like a graduation ceremony you didn't know you'd been preparing for your entire life. Within the next few days, you're going to receive information that feels like a cosmic download. It might come through a phone call, an email, a conversation, or even a dream, but when it arrives, you'll know immediately that this is the game changer you've been waiting for. Your rational mind might struggle to believe it's real, but your soul will recognize it as the moment your life splits into before and after. The plot twist everyone is about to witness is that while they were waiting for you to fail, you were actually being positioned for a comeback so spectacular that it will rewrite everyone's understanding of what's possible. Your vindication won't be personal, it'll be universal proof that the universe rewards those who maintain faith through the darkest seasons. Your empire awaits your arrival, and the throne has been empty far too long. The person you've been becoming through all your trials is ready to take center stage. All those skills you developed while struggling, all that wisdom you gained from adversity, all that strength you built from being tested, these become your superpowers in your new reality. You're about to become the inspiration you've been looking for outside yourself. That feeling of if only I could be like them is about to reverse completely. People are going to look at your life and think, if only I could be like them. The student is about to become the master, and the transformation will happen so fast it will leave everyone speechless. You're officially the plot twist in every story where people counted you out. The secret that's about to be revealed is that while they were watching and waiting for you to fail, you were actually being positioned for a comeback so ferocious that it will rewrite everyone's understanding of what's possible. They don't know they're on the chopping block with you. They don't realize their access to your energy, your time, your resources is about to be permanently revoked. The shortcut the universe is revealing doesn't bypass the work you've already done. It multiplies its impact exponentially. Every lesson learned, every challenge overcome, every moment of growth becomes tremendously valuable when applied at the level you're moving toward. This is why your journey had to include difficulty, not as punishment, but as preparation for the responsibility that comes with massive success. Your entrepreneurial ventures are scaling beyond anything you imagined possible. That project you've been nurturing, that business idea you've been developing, that creative work you've been perfecting, the audience is ready, the market is primed, and the timing is perfect. What felt like slow progress was actually careful preparation, and now everything accelerates. The universe is about to baby you in ways that will feel almost foreign at first. After years of having to be strong for everyone else, after carrying more than your share, after proving yourself through maximum effort, you're being asked to surrender to being taken care of. Your job description has changed from warrior to royalty, and that surrender is the final key that unlocks everything. When you look back on this moment months from now, you'll recognize it as the last time you ever doubted your destiny. The rude awakening you're about to receive is that you never needed awakening at all. You just needed to remember who you've always been. The money is coming, the recognition is coming, the success is coming, but more importantly, you are coming into your power, into your purpose, into the life that's been waiting for you to finally say yes. Welcome to your empire, chosen one. The people are mad, jealous, and absolutely losing their minds because deep down they always knew it was about you. They spent so much energy trying to convince you otherwise that they forgot the most important truth of all: you can't dim a star that was born to shine. It's about time you claimed your throne.